Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photo chats. So today, I want to talk about finding a treasure trove. I was walking around the local Denver flea market a couple of weeks ago, and inside one of the booths, there was a bin, and it had a whole lot of glass negatives, 4 by 5 inch and 4 by 5 inch film negatives. Many of the glass negatives were in sleeves with each glass negative marked with what it was. And these seemed to be family photos from a photographer from Golden, Colorado, who also maybe spent time in Castle Rock, Colorado. And I know both of those towns. They're nearby to me. And the photos were wonderful. I'm thinking about in the era of brownie cameras, people are photographing with snapshot cameras, 1920s, 1930s. This guy was using a 4 by 5 camera. So he's carrying a wooden camera of some type around, and he's setting it up, he's setting the exposure, and the glass negatives look pretty good. So I put together a gallery online so I could share it with people in the town of Golden, and I'm hoping to get them to the Golden Historical Society. But the idea is, this was a box that could have been just tossed away. I see some of his photographs are already in the Golden Historical Society archives, but they were photographs that were scanned from prints. The ones that I have are actually the negatives that he used to make those prints, that somebody thought it was time to toss. And I'm walking through the flea market. The bin is a pretty big size crate. It's maybe 24 by 18, and it's filled with probably a couple of hundred negatives, plus some prints, some medium format negatives also. And I asked how much a glass negative is, and he said $1. And I said, how much for all of them? And he said 30. And I said, how about 20? And he said, okay. So for $20, I saved this treasure chest full of photographs that are just absolutely wonderful. Wait till you see the one with the family eating the watermelon. I believe that may be the family, and that may be the father who is the photographer. And wait till you see some of the picnics. And wait till you see some of the town shots. They're wonderful. And they're a find for me. I'm a collector of vernacular photography. I have lots of snapshots. I have lots of photographs that I've collected over the years because I really believe in the power of the ordinary vernacular snapshot of time going by, but it exists because this is what people thought was important at that time. And in my vernacular photography collection, I plan to do exhibitions with them, so I would like to exhibit these as well. And my goal is to make it so that photos like this live on, that they don't get buried into a box, they don't get thrown away. The box was so heavy, I had to borrow a hand truck from a neighboring vendor to wheel it to my car because I was parked about 100 yards away and I just didn't want to carry it. That's how much this treasure chest really contained. And like I said, I'm just enamored by the photos. I've only scanned 2 groups, and I'll put 2 links in the photo comments below. And I still have more to do. There's just so many. And it's really a treasure. And when you can find something like that, that's such a rarity. But when you do, that's when you know you found something that's really both important and historical and over the moon with the quality. The photographer was James Collier Miller, and his wife Gertrude and his daughter Virginia is in a lot of photographs, and their son James, I think his name is James too. And it's just a wonderful collection. So take a look at the photos, if you can, use a big screen, because on a big monitor they'll open big. And if you want to see any of them bigger than what they open as, if you right click on a Windows computer or control click on a Mac computer, you can hit open image in a new window and the image will open even larger. And you can really see the detail. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks to all of my supporters. I'll be back next time. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's to good light.